Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the treasure spawn that just came out. This one's really awesome, so let's get to it. There's no new feature gear, so I don't have any feature gear to talk about. We can just head straight to the spawn, so hopefully this will be a short video. Let's see. Okay, so with this one, it's the basics to start off with. No rates, like usual. Actually, they have slightly lower rates. It doesn't matter, to be fairly honest, considering that the rates were so low in the first place. Obtaining the gear, the feature gear, would be near impossible anyway, so it doesn't really matter, to be fairly honest. But on top of it, they're going to have double chance. Yes, they're going to have double chance for this one. They're going to offer chests, 50 to 200 medals per each spawn. And this one is one of those summoning scroll guaranteed, so you're getting the stats that you want guaranteed if you get the jackpot, that is. We got 6 chests right here, so let's look and see what they have to offer. A summoning scroll, a featured monster, SSR guaranteed in the jackpot each time you spawn. Each time you don't spawn, but each time you hit the jackpot. Let me rephrase myself there, I don't want to get it confused. Okay, so the second chest that you could potentially get, droplets of ether or awakening orbs. That's very nice. They offer the treasure medal 300 or 400. They offer that treasure medal 500 or 600. One guaranteed select defense gear guaranteed, and then one select weapon guaranteed. So everything in here is somewhat to possibly extremely helpful. Of course, there's going to be rates and variation of what you're going to be getting and stuff like that, but that's pretty much that and everything surrounding it. So let's actually look at the featured stuff. The jackpot doesn't have any fodder like straight up XP quest keys or augment keys or anything. It's stuff that could be potentially helpful, to be fairly honest, like straight out the gate stuff like weapons, armors, treasure medals to exchange, droplets if they're awakening orbs, and they got summoning scrolls like right off the bat. So no chest is going to complete waste by default. So of course there's going to be rates and variation of stuff that you get that you may or may not want, but it's pretty awesome that they're doing this, because it's not like bad compared to like augment or XP quest keys. Like, what would be the point spawning when you're only getting augment or XP quest keys, to be fairly honest? But anyways, let's actually look up what they got. Okay, so the highest thing, the biggest cost they have is Chop and Performer of Light. Somebody got lucky one time, actually got it through the gear spawn. Crazy, right? Anyways, so Chop and Performer of Light is the biggest reward you could actually get from here. 37 cost. It's pretty much the Light Commander, the 37 cost version of the Light Commander, except this one can't get 2 element. The Light Commander can get 2 element, but you gotta fully awaken her to her 4th awakening. Your 4th pot, you have to get it unlocked. We got Robin Hood, Cecila, Guinevere, Dora, Siegfried. We got Siegfried, Pompon, Nihal, Teach, Nidorus, Liatu, Missionary, Tequila, Tourbillon, Holmes. We're going down all the way to 33 costs, so goes as low as 33 costs, and Odin's in the reward pool. So if you know how nasty, cancerous, and toxic Odin is, you always wanted one but you can never get one, here's your opportunity for the duel rooms and the Colosseums whenever they come back out. Here is your golden grand opportunity to actually obtain these 2 monsters. Well, not these 2 monsters, this monster right here. Of course, it's going to vary between like Yashimaru, TYR, Sphinx, Alexander, Horus, Galileo, but Odin is going to be one of the ones that probably have the highest rates. I'm not going to say definitely, but probably have the highest rates. Actually, you need to look at the summoning scrolls to see if they do the same thing that they have been doing. I mean, most likely, the lower the cost, the higher the rates for the monsters, considering that Lowen is part of the lower reward pool for the lower cost monsters. It's probably going to have some of the highest rates, but let's actually look into that, see if anything looks iffy about the spawn or not, because this is kind of like a throwback spawn, to be fairly honest. Okay, so 36 cost all the way down to, let me just skip ahead to make sure this video is short, 33 cost. So 33 cost to 36 cost. The armors are going to be 31 cost higher than the weapons, so I'm going to just make that straight before we actually get further into this, besides the Warlord stuff. So if you're looking at the weapons, these are going to be 2 sets of 33 cost stuff, 34 cost stuff, well, 33 cost armor, 34 cost armor right here. But anyways, 2 sets of 34 cost weapons and 35 cost armors, and then it's going to be 2 sets of, well, 3 sets, my bad. So there's going to be 4, it looks like, 4 sets of 35 cost weapons and 36 cost armors, and then they're going to have 2 sets of 37 cost armors and 2 sets of 36 cost weapons. So that's pretty much how that's going to work out. I was really confused when looking at this. I thought they actually had more, but it looks like they don't. So that's pretty much that and everything surrounding it. The thing I like about this one is, of course, the lower cost stuff is going to pop out the most. But the 30, I think it's the 36. Yeah, it's the 36. The 36 cost stuff, they have absolutely more 36 cost sets that you can actually obtain in here than they do any other cost sets, and those are not exactly behind. They're actually about 1 cost behind the highest cost in the game, and that's pretty cool that they have those sets actually overwhelm in numbers than any other set that you're actually going to be able to obtain. And even if you obtain, let's say, the 34 cost set right here, it's water bulwark, so if you ever have to go against fire element, like the fire 45 cost or the fire 40 cost again, or maybe even the fire 35 cost, this stuff definitely helps for sure. Or anything fire elemented orientated, that stuff definitely helps for sure get the job done. All hands down, absolutely, no questions asked. So anyways, let's look at the metal exchange and see what they have to offer. Okay, so it looks like they're going to be doing around the exact same thing. Now I do notice, previously, there was a treasure spawn they had where they absolutely had stupid rates. Like, they were almost bugged to the point where we're stupid. It was a treasure spawn before, kind of doing the same thing, except it was a light and dark throwback treasure spawn. With these, though, the summoning scrolls, the lowest I think it was, the highest, my bad, it was 6k for 35 or no, 36 cost. They had as high as 36 cost. I think it was 6k. You were actually pulling more 35s to 34s than you were 35s and 36s than you were 34s and 33s. Considering that the metal count isn't far too behind for each and every cost, they might be fair on the rates, kind of. Of course, I'm still telling you, the lower the cost, the higher the rates, so don't expect to spawn this on your first try and get chopping or something crazy ridiculous, because that's probably not how it's going to work out. What they're trying to say, I think, is you actually might have a decent shot at getting 34s, a fair shot at getting 35s, probably the highest shot at getting 33s, and maybe a decent shot at getting a 36, but don't expect chopping or anything crazy on your first try is what I believe this is trying to tell you. I like to look at the metal exchange. And yes, I'm basing this off the metal exchange because rates seem to have played a part in correlation with the metal exchange, summoning scroll wise, at least I should say. So anyways, moving on from there, let's actually get into what else they have. They brought back the Obsidian stuff / Dark Justice stuff, the Entangling stuff. They brought back Karos and the Antique stuff. So it looks like they didn't bring back all the sets that they actually offer within the chest, but they brought some and brought them here, so that's very, very nice. It's definitely going to cost an arm and a leg for sure to get the summoning scrolls using the metals from the metal exchange, because they don't even offer all too much. They only offer 50 to 200 each spawn, and then they offer, you can either get 500 or 600 once and 300 or 400 once. That's actually under the amount regularly they would actually have to offer with a treasure spawn, but with the items they have, 2,100, that's not going to be all too hard. That's probably only 2 rerolls before you actually get what you want, so that's around the basic amount actually needed to get the highest cost featuring gear within the spawn, so that's not all too bad whatsoever, like what at all, to be fairly honest. In fact, I'm probably just going to do this for the bow. I'm not exactly sure yet. The reason I'm saying I'm not exactly sure yet, and you might want to consider this too, is 38s are probably right around the corner. And yes, 38 cost monsters, armors, and 37 cost weapons are probably right around the corner. In fact, if anything, they might actually try to actually come out with them right during the GGT. I hope not. I hope it's after GGT, because that would kind of screw up GGT just a tad bit. It really would. But yeah, 38s are going to be right around the corner. They've had them in Japan for, I think, a month or 2 so far. So you should expect to see them coming around very, very soon. So that's why I'm saying I might hold back on this personally. You might not want to. You might actually have some stuff in here that might be beneficial towards you or might help you overall, or just stuff you exactly want, to be fairly honest, like Odin or something like that, because Odin doesn't have bad rates. And like, you're getting a summoning scroll, so you're able to choose the stats of the monsters. They do have a wide selection of feature gear. If you're having good rates with the feature gear, you might want to continue or something like that. But that's the only reason I really would even pursue it, is for the droplets of ether, obviously. But that's a plan B. I'm not going to just do it for the droplets of ether, but that bow right there, so that way I can fuse it to the 4th or 5th level if I decide, is the only reason I personally would do this. But this is a really good spawn. Keep in mind, this isn't exactly a free-to-play spawn. This is a pay-to-win. This is something you want to spend maybe a couple hundred gems on. You want to spend a lot of gems on before you actually get what you want, get what you're looking for. This is one of those types of spawns. Treasure spawns and divine grace spawns, usually you need to spawn a lot. You need to spawn continuously before you actually get what you want. And one of those spawns where you're guaranteed to get what you want, kind of, at least, if they have it in a mail exchange. But you're going to need to spawn a lot of times before you actually get it. So it's not going to be exactly all too random. But if you want what you want to get guaranteed, you're going to have to spawn a lot. So keep that in mind. If not, it's going to be random. But they do offer a summoning scroll guarantee within the jackpot. If you want to take the risk, you absolutely can. But I'm going to tell you, you're not guaranteed to get any form of summoning scroll at all if you're free to play and you have probably like 200 gems or something like that. So that's all for this video. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped out. This is the AzureWrath, and I will catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.